According to a University of Minnesota study, drinking one diet soda a day was associated with a 36% increased risk of metabolic syndrome. Now, metabolic syndrome describes a cluster of conditions, including high blood pressure, elevated glucose levels, raised cholesterol, and a large waist circumference, and that put people at a high risk for heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Hello, my name is Soraya Moolchan, and welcome to the T&T Health Show. Today we speak to one individual who shares his story on how he's fighting obesity. But first, we speak to a doctor who shares his professional opinion on today's Expert Advice segment.
Meet Dr.Gerard Antoine from the Stroke and Diabetes Center located at Piarco Plaza, Trinidad. Dr. Antoine completed his medical doctorate degree from Georgetown University Medical School in Washington, D.C. He is also American Board Certified in Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. To get a better understanding of obesity and body mass index from a medical perspective, we interviewed Dr. Antoine.
Do you know what BMI stands for?
Body mass index.
Body mass index.
Body mass index.
Body mass index.
Do you know what obesity is?
Not exactly. Again, I have an idea, but no.
Obesity is basically an excess of size related to a side effect of food or as a result of eating unnecessarily or not properly controlling one's diet, resulting in excess fat and all this excess skin and stuff. So
obesity is what we consider, that's a difficult question. What is obesity? So normally we measure obesity based on your body mass index. And what your body mass index is, we're evaluating your body fat based on your height and weight. So if the normal body mass index, which is BMI, is from 19 to 25, and it's a complex formula. We take your weight in pounds multiplied by 0.45, you take your height in inches, you multiply that by 0.025, then you square that and you divide your weight by your height, and we get a number in kilograms per square meter, I believe. But at the end of the day, you come up with a number that's normal between 19 and 25. Underweight if you're less than 19, overweight or obese if you're more than 25.
Do you know why BMI is important?
To me, it basically gives you an idea to let you know if you need to improve on something or draw back on certain things in order to keep abreast of yourself and keep yourself healthy for longer living, So basically that to me.
Because if you have a BMI that is above what is recommended for your height, you'll be considered overweight, and then you'll be at risk for different factors such as heart disease, diabetes, stroke, hypertension. Yeah.
In order to monitor oneself, then, to know whether I'm putting on too much weight here, there, and so that you wouldn't get the symptoms like high blood pressure, stroke, heart attack, and stuff like that. We need to monitor what we eat, or you need to monitor our bodies, know your body. Okay, you may have a headache, sometimes you need water, sometimes a cold is coming on, sometimes many others, many symptoms, so we need to be aware of ourselves physically.
Because you have to remember what BMI is measuring. BMI is measuring your fat. So if your BMI is between 19 and 25, which is a normal index for you, if that's your normal range, it tells you how much fat. Are you obese? Are you fat? Are you at risk? Are you obese? Are you healthy? Are you at risk for some of the diseases that obesity can cause? The diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity, those types of things that obesity exposes you to, what can expose you to.
Do you want to find out exactly what your BMI is? All right. This won't take long. This will only take about 3 minutes. Right. Yeah. Take off your shoes, stand on the scale, and we'll get this up and going. height, your BMI is currently, drum roll please everybody, 37.7. Right? And just another interesting fact, your body fat percentage is actually 36.8%. You're considered right now, 37, or class 2 obese.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're obese.
I was last week about 2 years ago 435 pounds. I lost 200 something pounds. So I went from like major seriously obese to now just regular obese. So as bad as that sounds, that's actually pretty good for me.
Yeah.
I know how I'm thinking. So yeah.
Listen to you, that's a good accomplishment. Excellent accomplishment.
But here again, is these things, obesity is just one factor in a breakdown of leadership. And herein lies the issue. Not only do we have to educate students, we have to educate adults, we have to educate parents, we have to educate doctors, we have to incorporate it into health and wellness programs into our schools. I go to the gym for 45 minutes to an hour 4 times a week. My clinic, the Stroke and Diabetes Center, we have a Zumba and aerobics twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. We have the health and wellness that's incorporated into our practice at Your Wellness Sources so we can show you how to live a healthy lifestyle. We do body mass index, we do health screening. So there are lots of ways, right, to incorporate a healthy lifestyle into your life.
Did you know that high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, bursts of vigorous activity followed by short periods of gentle activity or rest, can help reduce belly fat? According to Sean Talbot of the American College of Sports Medicine, high-intensity exercise seems to be more effective at reducing insulin, triglycerides, and cortisol, and it burns more calories in less time too. Welcome back. Are you struggling with a weight problem? In our next segment, we speak to Kenneth, who shares his story on how he is dealing with obesity in today's personal story.
If you wanted to lose weight, how would you go about it?
Well, if I want to lose weight, then I have a simple routine, and if I want to lose weight, I would, number one, I get myself in a tracksuit. I watch my diet, that is watch what I eat. So I will go on a chicken soup and water diet for 2 weeks. I will eat something very light. I will boil a chicken soup in the morning. First I will drink a glass of warm water in the morning, and then I will boil a chicken soup. I will do 2 hours of exercises. I will come back, I'll drink a cup of warm water. I will then go to work, go to my routine and avoid eating anything, and then I come back home, I eat another chicken soup, I do some exercises, and in 2 weeks I should be down to whatever weight I want to do. I got that functional when I was training for my taekwondo and brown belt exams. That was my routine, and I lost 17 pounds in 2 days.
My name is Kenneth Mitchell. I'm 41 years of age. I live in Laventille. I've actually been overweight for all of my life. It's not something that happened recently or anything like that. From a child growing up, I was always overweight. Didn't have a really active childhood or anything like that. And it just continued over the years. Now, it may not be any great drastic thing that I could speak of in the sense of heart or anything like that. I never had diabetes, any heart conditions, but the stresses it put were basically high blood pressure. It would come and go. I never really had stress on the joints, but then again, because of the weight, sometimes at one time in my life I had basically a lower back pain, which went away again. Everyday living, basically, everyday living. Things like when you're walking and so on, you may get tired a lot faster because of it. Traveling on maxi, you would get that problem because, of course, people don't want to sit next to the fat guy or anyone that's overweight. But overall, something you have to deal with. If you're overweight, you're overweight. People's prejudice or dislike, you can't really do anything much about that. You could control your weight, you could try to bring it under control, but until then, what you going to do? I think it's not just one point. I mean, there are many times in your life that you try to make the decision to basically lose weight, but then again, you either fall short or something, it got derailed, more or less. Basically, why I'm at this stage in my life, the main thing is to try to make it a part of my daily lifestyle, something that I'll do every day or basically be mindful of. It's not just basically something you do now and then after you get the results, you just basically jump back into the old lifestyle. You have to actually keep doing it every day, something that you can be mindful of. Fitness routine. Basically, it's more of a HIIT. It's more of a high intensity training. That's basically what we do at the gym. And he mixes it up. For instance, last week he made me run suicides, crunches, push-ups, squats. It varies. Basically, at the end of the day, sometimes we're on the ropes So basically, he mixes it up in such a way that your body does not get accustomed to what it's doing, which actually does help. Because if we keep doing the same thing all the time, the body does adapt to it quickly. At least my body does. It's a more targeted exercise. As I said, with him here, he will be able to show me where I'm going wrong. For instance, there are times when I'll be doing an exercise or one of the exercises incorrectly. He will show me, what, you need to go low on this, you need to bend your knees, you need to arch, you need to work that specific muscle group that he's looking to target. With that, and then he gives you the motivation as well. He said, come on. Give me that one more, keep going. Don't stop now. You say, all right, you're gonna rest? All right, let's time that rest for you now. He gives that motivation. Let's go. If I'm home and I don't have that, usually you just do what you're doing, but you won't do it as intensely as he is. Like, for instance, I have a weight machine. I'll do push it. I'm going to do 25 sets. Yes, I'll do 25 sets. But before I do another 25, I'll take out. Whereas he will say, no, that's enough rest. Or I might be doing, my form might be wrong. He'll be able to correct that and show me where I'm going wrong.
Thus far, Kenneth has been doing exceptionally well. Actually, within the first couple of weeks, within the first, 6 to 8 weeks, we were able to get down as much as 45 pounds, which was really good. He's a hard worker, and once he sticks to the plan, he can hit his goals. Typically, again, the approach is individual, right? Everyone's all different, and hence, you need to start with assessment and consultation, get to know the individual, their goals, where they're at, what they want to achieve. Apart from that, you need to know what got them there. At least identifying what got them there, you can identify how to get them out of that zone and move them towards their goals.
Before, my weight was 438 pounds, about 440. Present weight, it's around 393 thereabouts. My goal is to lose around 200 pounds.
That's not going to happen overnight. Like I told him at the start, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take work commitment. 200 pounds, you're talking about a major commitment. First of all, he didn't put it on overnight. He's not going to lose it overnight. So at least a year and change for him to get down there. But practically, I try not to get clients to focus on weight. All right, I want to focus in terms of the healthy aspects, getting the body fat down, bringing the BMI under control and so forth. All right, the weight could change as the program changes, so it's not a matter of focusing on the weight, but we set different goals that I want the clients to focus on achieving.
My drill sergeant, besides him, motivation is basically losing the weight. From in the beginning when I started to change the diet and so on, I did a lot of research, and basically when I started doing that and I came to him, I already had the mindset that I wanted to lose the weight, and he helped me get over that plateau. I still do get to a plateau sometimes, but because he changes up the exercise so much, it basically pushes the body. But mainly it's him and my mindset. And my family also is a great factor inside that they would encourage me.
So he came to me because he was interested in undergoing some pretty serious measures to try and counteract his issue with obesity. And he wanted guidance really from a medical perspective and to do some blood work really to determine if he was healthy enough to do the kinds of, I wouldn't say a little bit alternative treatments that he wanted to try.
The diet that I'm on right now, it's a diet which basically it's a sugar detox. What my instructor calls a sugar detox, whereby I don't consume any kind of sugar, not even fruit I'm allowed to have, because there's sugar in the fruit as well. No flour, no pasta, no grains. There's actually a list of stuff that I'm not allowed to eat during this time, if it's for a 3-week period. Well, what I have here right now, it's basically we have cauliflower, we have broccoli, we have bodi, pigeon peas, carrots, and some turkey as well. Basically, it's being cooked inside some saffron. Basically, how we usually do saffron in Trinidad, at least some people, you put some oil in, we add the saffron, let it brown or burn a little bit, and then you add your onion, your tomatoes, all the other stuff, and then you put your meat in, let it cook. Once that cooks, then you add the veg and so on. Yeah, basically the diet that I'm on right now, it's mostly veg. I usually eat mostly veg. Not only, I eat meat as well. I basically have to cut out the rice, the flour, anything that can be converted quickly into sugar by the body. So I'm on a sugar-free diet. Originally, it's supposed to be a 21-day cleanse, that kind of thing, but my instructor and I decided that we're going to go for the whole cycle, which the remainder of the cycle, which our cycle is around 3 months. So depending on the results, when I see him later on this week, he will say continue or to cut it off at the 21 days. Some of the other things that I do include coconut oil in the diet to help with the loss of weight.
So there's a lot of controversy regarding fat and the role that fat plays in obesity. Many people actually suggest that good fats help with weight loss, and it's only a certain group of fats that actually cause you to gain weight. One of the big ones now is coconut oil, mainly because it has what we call medium chain fatty acids, which actually feed the brain. There are lots of studies actually now with coconut oil and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's showing that it actually helps with brain health. So coconut oil does help with weight loss.
My advice would be research. Do your research before you commit or you head in any direction. I mean, you need to realize that 1, you have a problem, and 2, you need to get some help. Now, the help I mean, I'm not talking about, you don't have to actually join a gym or anything like that. You need to do some research, talk to your doctor, talk to a nutritionist. Do your research. Whatever they tell you, research it as well, because the truth of the matter is what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for someone else.
Like I said, I think the big issue is figuring out why you had this issue with the weight in the first place. And so for a woman, if you know it's compulsive eating, then you have to deal with the issue that might be causing you to become a compulsive eater. If it's laziness, then of course we know it's going to be that you have no choice. You have to get up, you have to exercise. In most cases, remember, weight loss is still 80% diet and only 20% exercise. So in most cases, trying to go to the gym every day sometimes is not always the best answer. There are, 1,000,001 diets out there, and if you look at any particular diet, you'd find somebody who lost weight effectively with it, whether it was a gimmick or not. And the reason is, you can try everything, but one thing will work, because that one diet would get to the source of your issue with your weight gain. And once you find that, you'd find that you'd lose weight and keep it off very easily. So that's my advice. You need to do your research. You need to sit with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself and just figure out what is the source of the problem in the first place.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for watching and tune in next time for another episode of the T&T Health Show. Bye.